AI is not coming for all developers. It's quietly wiping out one group in particular, the junior ones, the people just starting out, and almost nobody is talking about who leaves that behind. A developer on Reddit said he graduated top of his class in computer science with strong references. Today he works in a warehouse. A team lead put it even shorter. He asked, "What are we doing with our juniors? Nothing. We just stopped hiring them." And this should worry senior developers too, because no juniors today means no new seniors in a few years. Becoming a senior developer is like climbing a ladder, and AI just quietly sawed off the bottom rungs. So, why is this actually happening? It's not that AI writes better code than a senior, it's about what juniors were really for. A junior was the person you handed the small, boring tickets to. They would take their time, you would review it, and slowly you would coach them into something good. Now, a senior with an AI agent does those small tickets in a few minutes. No waiting, no coaching, no reviewing someone's half finished work. One manager said it right. The bottleneck isn't writing the code anymore, it's reviewing it. So a junior just becomes one more thing to review. His company replaced all the juniors with half the numbers of seniors. And short term, it honestly worked. Things shipped faster. And here is the quiet test. A junior leaning on AI often burns more of the company's AI budget, not less, because they don't yet know exactly what to ask for. So they cost more, not less. And this isn't just a feeling on the internet, the numbers are real. Hiring a young developer is down about 20% from its peak a few years ago. Fresh graduates used to be around 15% of all tech hiring, now it's closer to 7. And there is a new question juniors get asked in interviews. Do you use Claude Code or Cursor every single day? And it's really rough out there. One experienced developer jokingly said people broke down his door to hire him. Now he sends hundreds of applications and hears nothing back. But before we blame AI for all of it, let's be honest. A huge number of developers say AI is not the real reason here. For years, money was almost free to borrow, so companies hired developers like crazy, far more than they actually needed. Then interest rates went up, the cheap money dried up, the hiring spree turned into layoffs, and a lot of that started before AI was any good. There was even a quiet tax change that made it more expensive for companies to hire developers. And every year, more and more people graduate in computer science, more people, fewer jobs. So, is it the economy or is it AI? The honest answer is it's both, but they did very different jobs. The economy lit the fire, cheap money ended, the tax change hit, too many people graduated, so hiring froze everywhere. And here is the proof it wasn't only that. They reversed the tax and the job still didn't come back. AI is what poured fuel on one exact spot. It told companies which rung of the ladder they could cut first. The bottom one, the juniors. One engineer watched a teammate rebuild a paid internal tool for $80 of AI credits. In 2 days, that used to be juniors' entire first projects. And now it's gone. And this is the part nobody in a boardroom is really thinking about. Juniors become mids become seniors, and senior designs the system everyone else builds on. That's the pipeline. Cut the juniors today and nothing breaks today. It breaks in 5 to 10 years when there is nobody left to become a senior. One developer said it perfectly. The shortage won't show up as missing people, it will show up as a fragile systems that nobody knows how to own. Because here is what a senior developer actually is it is not someone who types code fast. It is someone who has seen things break, watched a bad decision blow up in production at 2 in the morning, and had to clean up the mess. That kind of judgment comes from making mistakes and feeling the consequences, and AI cannot hand you that. An AI learned from millions of lines of code, but it never sat in the meeting where someone explained why that code was a disaster. A developer once had a hunch about a tricky bug. He asked the AI if it was even possible. It confidently said no. He reproduced it himself in minutes. That instinct is what experience buys you. So AI is incredibly smart, but it is not wise. The job was never just writing code, it's understanding it and owning it. Let me make this really obvious with one example. Imagine a hospital says our senior doctor plus AI can write prescriptions faster than any intern, so we are firing all our interns. Sounds efficient, right? Fewer mistakes, less monitoring, everything is faster. Now ask the obvious question in 20 years, where do the senior doctors come from? This is exactly what the tech industry is doing right now. It just does not feel as scary when it's code instead of patients. Now, a fair pushback. People have said this about every new tool. When compilers came along, we lost most of the people who could write low level code by hand, and we were fine because those tools moved the work up a level. You still learned just higher up the ladder. But AI is different. It does not move the learning up a level. It removes the rung where the learning actually happened. And that's the part that's genuinely new. So if you are a junior right now, are you finished? No. But the bar is genuinely different now. I would still hire a junior today, but I'm not looking for someone who just pastes whatever AI gives them. I want someone who goes deep, give them a task, and they understand the business impact, what code has to be changed, and how it affects everything else, the cleanest way to do it, and they should be testing it properly. And on top of that, they use AI agents to the absolute fullest. Both things, deep fundamentals and full AI mastery. That person is not replaced by AI. That person is the one everyone is fighting to hire. So here is my honest advice if you are just starting out. Go really hard on the fundamentals, actually understand how things work underneath. Don't let the AI do your thinking for you. Learn how a real company actually works. Get a couple of internships, even small ones. That experience is worth gold right now. And get genuinely good at driving AI agents, not as a crutch you lean on, as a power tool you control. The bottom rung of the ladder didn't vanish for everyone. It vanished for people who only know how to prompt. For someone with real fundamentals plus AI, that rung is still right there. Because the developers who win the next 10 years aren't those the ones who fear AI, and they are not the ones who blindly trust it either. They are the ones who understand the machine and wield the tool. That's the whole game now. If this helped, subscribe. I break down what AI is really doing to developers honestly with the actual numbers, and tell me in the comments, is it AI or the economy? And if you're a junior right now, what's actually working for you?